Bill and Ted.
Dead Toaster and featuring Bill and Ted.
Later that day, Bill and Ted were in Sunnyside Yard, about to put their plan into action.
Hey, Bill.
Yes, Ted?
Could you explain again why we're coupling up to 13 coaches and some freight cars?
Oh my god. Ted, you are so forgetful. This is the plan. In order to prove to our controller that we are still strong here on the northeast corner, we will have to be more efficient. To do this, we're going to pull more coaches and that's take some freight cars for Brian to help out with the freight traffic, in a way.
Oh, yeah, Bill?
Ugh, yes, Ted?
That's a bloody plan! We can't possibly pull all these coaches and this freight. We were tested to pull passengers.
Now, little Ted. That's where you are wrong. In theory, the two of us coupled up can pull up to 18 coaches, but sadly most of the stations are far too short for that. To make up for those missing coaches, we're going to pull extra freight cars, which we can take with us along the way.
Okay, but that is still such a stupid and idiotic idea.
Explain.
You really didn't think this through, did you? Pulling freight cars and passenger coaches will cause my wheels bearings to burn to a crisp. It's worse than banging the coaches all day long.
Oh, please, Ted. You're just exaggerating. It won't be that bad.
Yes, it will be. I guess I don't get a saying vote, do I?
No, indeed. Now, let's get going. We'll have to build our train first.
Bill and Ted had just left Sunnyside Yard after assembling a 13-coach train, and were now going to ask Brian.
Hello, Bill and Ted. What can I do for you today?
Hello, Brian. We would like to help out with some of the freight traffic.
But you're not even built to pull freight cars.
Don't worry, we'll be able to handle it just fine.
Okay then. These 10 refrigerator cars and 15 boxcars need to be taken to Philadelphia and will continue their journey down to...
That's perfect! Come on, Ted.
So Bill and Ted coupled up to the long train.
You sure you two can pull all that?
Oh yeah, easily.
And so Bill and Ted had just enough power to get the train moving. Ted was not so sure about this, but somehow they only just managed to get the train up and over the Hellgate Bridge. When they got back to Sunnyside, they added the freight cars to the rear of the coaches. Then they ran around to the front of the whole train. They now had an enormous line of 13 coaches and 25 heavy freight cars.
Okay, Ted, are you ready?
No.
Right, you're ready. Let's go.
At first, the journey didn't go too bad, but as soon as they got to Metro Park, Bill began to realize that Ted was right.
Bill, I really hate you.
Shut it, Ted. Our plan is still working great.
Not really.
They pulled out of Metro Park, but when they got to the junction at Metuchen to switch back onto the express line, there was trouble. There was an ACS 64's test train coming through on the express line, but there was a faulty signal on the line and Bill had no idea the points were set to let the ACS 64 test train through. Then Ted realized.
Oi, get out of the way! Express coming through! Oh no! Stop! Watch where you're going, you stupid old engines.
Bill and Ted booked it, narrowly avoiding the speeding train.
Oh no. We better get going before those ACS 64s come back for us. Ted, did you hear me? Ted?
I'm no longer being a part of this. Uncouple me at once.
Bill didn't want to do this, but Ted was having none of it. He was uncoupled from the train and he went to Sunnyside Yard as a light engine. Bill was now thinking about what he could do next.
There's no point in me trying to pull this whole train by myself. I just tear up my insights. Might as well abandon this plan and get some of those ACS 64s to help.
And so he also went to Sunnyside Yard as a light engine. When he got there, Ted was nowhere to be seen, but there were 3 ACS 64s in the yard doing nothing.
Oi! You three, I need you to help me.
Oh, come on!
You have just ruined the flower.
I was enjoying the music. Now, kids, I know you three were having fun, but you need to help me get a very long, heavy train to Philadelphia. Then you three can have your fun again.
Fine.
But let's make this quick. And so Bill and the 3 ACS 64s made their way back to Bill's train.
Okay, boys, this train's a long one, so pull hard.
And so the quadruple-headed train made its way down to Philadelphia. For 2 toaster engines, the train was very hard, but for 3 ACS 64s, it was as easy as pie. In no time, the long train made its way to Philadelphia 30th Street Station.
Okay, boys, now shunt these freight cars into the yard over there. I can take the coaches to Washington, D.C. Okay, whatever.
But the 3 ACS 64s did what they were told. Then Bill continued the journey. Next morning, he made it back to Sunnyside Yard on the regional.
Hello, Ted. How are you today?
Better, but my bearings are still a little tired from yesterday because of you. Thankfully, the control let me take the rest of the day off, because I told on you.
Ted! You shouldn't have done that. Now the controller really thinks we're getting old. Trying to get 3 ACS 64s just to help me get the train all the way to Philadelphia. Now you only made things worse.
Well, you better come up with a better plan this time, or else I will.
Oh god. To be continued.